so funny to me.
The first ingredient
is like, yo, if it's hot, you can just silence that shit.
To be completely honest, though, I don't really like the positioning of the silence button. I feel like it's inconvenient.
But that's the biggest thing I'm saying about it is that they've never even tried to move it since the very first iPhone. It's been there since in that same spot, and they've never even tried to do anything different.
Didn't it go on the top for a minute?
No, it's all, if you look at every iPhone, those two, that layout, as far as the power, the volume, and the silent switch is the most I think it might have done is maybe switch sides. I'm not 100% sure about that.
I'm not sure
because once I've only had the first few iPhones, and then I stopped using them till now. But I just thought it was funny that shit is always fucking just, yo, if you have that shit, shut that shit off.
With a case, it's kind of hard to hit.
It is a little.
But I honestly always have my.
Look at shut your shit off.
I know. I just turned it on accident.
Hey, what is this, guys? That's some weird ass iPhone talk. But welcome to a brand new episode of the EOD podcast. Hey, it is your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
Yo, it's your boy T.
TTT will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Hey.
Yeah.
And welcome. Let's get it.
EOD podcast.
Yeah. So, what is up, guys? How are you?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, this week's been good. I feel like this week is just zooming by low key. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like time this year is just flying at such a high rate that it's like hard to really get control of anything. I'm not gonna lie.
It's July.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get my mic situation.
This nigga's situation just handled.
Yeah, that was sick. I'm sorry, you guys.
Sick man over here.
Horrible.
I know, dude. July. It's already.
And granted, obviously for listeners, yeah, no, it is July. No, the 4th is like on a horizon.
Dude, yeah, we're already over halfway through the year. I mean, how are you guys feeling about just this year in general? Is it better than last year?
Yeah.
In terms of morale of the people?
I mean, yeah, obviously, just in general, it's not. It would be hard to not feel better than last year. But last year was, I felt like, imagine I felt like almost like I was a mouse in an experiment last year. You see the mice that the scientists be having, they put in the cage and they do the things and they see how they react to it. I felt like last year, when I look back on it now, I felt like I was a lab rat, low key. Like, as far as just the world did it to me, not like the government or anything. The world was like, yo,
you're in
sit
your house,
down.
stay there. This is where you're allowed to go.
Real.
They put the limitations on you.
It's crazy.
Life was on pause for everyone for a year. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Life was on pause. Everything was on pause. You had to like sit down with and be comfortable with who you are, what you do on a daily basis.
Hell yeah.
Or it would have like destroyed you.
There was no running away from yourself.
Yeah.
No, like, that's the thing. A lot of people go to the bars to, like, you know, to fill their time. And when you don't have anything else to do, like, all you're doing is just sitting in your head.
Glad that shit's opening back up.
Yeah, for real. Like,
well, they just put new county or city limits on us. Like, you have to wear your mask indoor if you're vaccinated or not.
Well, because
the variant is like up 15%. It was like 4.5 in like May.
I mean, some people think it's propaganda to get some people are saying it's propaganda to get people to go get vaccinated, because if you vaccinated, you're good from the variant. The recent cases that have been happening. Out of the recent cases that have been happening, there were a couple people who had caught the variant who were vaccinated. Everyone else, out of the whole people who caught the variant, have not been vaccinated. But a couple people did catch it, and the variant didn't affect them at all. Didn't affect them. So that's why they're saying the government is calling this propaganda, because they want people to get vaccinated. Because if everyone technically was vaccinated, this variant wouldn't be much of an issue, essentially.
I get it. It's still free Britney, though.
Till it's backwards.
Speaking of Britney, she got denied today to have her father removed as the conservator of her life.
Did that work out?
No, they denied it. They denied her like petition to have it ended. At least the father as the owner. Like, what do you even call it? It's crazy.
Damn.
I mean, yeah. Let's not even.
Do we even know what this guy? What does he looks like?
Jamie Spears.
Who? That's his name.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the daughter, Jamie Lynn Spears.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, honestly, I don't see why.
Looks like a creepy
the
dude.
thing I don't understand is why anyone is like why people just now are like, Britney's been like this for mad long, and she's like, the judge denied her, and you were saying the judge denied her something that she had petitioned for in the past, and she said yes. The reason why it's fucked up is because she had said she was good before. And I think
then
it's
in
fucking
this one,
with her
she
credibility.
literally said, I lied. I lied because I just wanted to. But that's the thing. If these people have any type of understanding, like, obviously she would lie. Like, if that's what she thinks she has to do, like, it's what is it called? So,
it's a little bit.
I need to look the word up, but
Yeah.
whatever it is called when you kind of take whatever the capturer says to you, you kind of just obey and you're down with the shit. And like, it ends up being how a lot of women end up like in prostitution rings, like how they have like kind of like a mother prostitute that controls them.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like that.
See, I guess the issue is that the family technically doesn't owe an explanation to the public. So they don't have to say why they have Britney on this. What is it called?
It's a conservatorship.
Because, like, let's say this situation, and I don't, knock on wood that this is not the case. Let's say the conservatorship ends, right? Mm-hmm. And then the next day, Britney gets in her car and drives it off a bridge. Is that what they're saying technically, why they even have her on it, is because of that type of, that's what they feel about?
I don't know if we can actually know, because
that's what
it's
I
like
mean.
a HIPAA violation ultimately.
That's the issue
and
with
that was
it.
part of this one was...
There's stuff that the public doesn't know.
Yeah, and there's
could
also
be
stuff that the
real
public doesn't deserve to know or should know, because it's like it's your life. Like, you're entitled to some privacy, like shit.
So do you feel like...
I think there's truth to...
That's what I'm saying. Do you guys feel like, are you just like free Britney? Because I want her to be free because I have freedom, but I don't know why she's not free. And the fact that we don't know...
I think the best thing, if she really wants the people to like get involved, which I feel like is what's happening, because ultimately, if the people were involved, this would probably be a different story. But it's like, because if she wants people to get involved, she has to be open about everything. Like, there has to be full transparency, like to have a true judgment of like what it is.
Well, that's what I think is hard.
That's the court's job.
Okay, so hold on, hear me out. This is the cracks. This is like, it's incredible that we could think that Britney Spears is literally slipping through the cracks of the justice system. So, okay, there's this documentary that I watched. It's called Mommy Dead and Dearest. And so this girl, Gypsy, she grew up and her mom had Munchausen by proxy syndrome. So she would force her to take medicine, and she would take her to doctors and tell the doctors that something was wrong with her. Munchausen by proxy syndrome.
What is that?
Well, yeah, what's that?
So it's like, well, I'll tell you, this is what it is. So like, her mom would force her to take medicine, would go to different doctors with all this different paperwork at some point, and lie to get attention, like said that she had cancer. Gypsy ended up getting a colostomy bag, and nothing was wrong with her. She had her on a, like, I'm talking like
to get like money and shit.
No, to get attention, to get sympathy.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. And then did the daughters finally stand up and say like, I don't have anything?
No, she got a boyfriend, and he's like, let's kill your mom.
Mom, that's what it was. Yeah.
And so they kill his mom, and then she goes to prison, and she's in prison right now, and that's the cracks.
Yeah.
Because how does she deserve to go to prison when she literally was surviving? Like, this is a key pivotal moment. Okay, so
yeah, that is crazy.
So she shaves her head, makes her sit in a wheelchair for most of her life, and then crazy. At the end of it, she tries to run away for the first time. She runs away. And she ends up getting her to a doctor, and they give her paperwork that says that her daughter is mentally disabled, and so that therefore if she runs away, like she's crazy and like you can't, like don't listen to her, like I am her owner, because you're not allowing this person to be free whatsoever.
It's a crazy situation.
Yeah,
But
and
I
they
feel-
killed the mom too, right? They successfully killed the mom, and she's in jail for that
Yeah,
shit.
and she said she loves prison.
My thing is they really created or named a syndrome after whatever condition that is. Like, what is that?
I'm sure that's probably maybe like one of the first people who had it.
Yeah.
They're like, let's just call it something.
They usually name something like that off of the first, like one of the first person who has it. So it's probably something like that sounds like a last name. Sounds like a last name.
Could you imagine though? She loves prison from like where she's come from. The
I'm
fact
sure
that,
she probably has like a
that she would
community
get
of
there
people
and
who care
love
about
it.
her. She probably has a community of people she can like identify with who've just been through mad shit.
Like she probably won't want to leave.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because she got enough time where she's gonna get out.
Yeah.
It wasn't that crazy amount of time.
But it's just crazy, you know, like how is like, because what was
She
anyone
has
gonna
to
do
tell
for her?
her story. That's crazy. Because that story wasn't from her eyes, was it?
I think I hope that she got. I shouldn't say I know anything. I hope she got paid for that though.
To do that?
To be at least, yeah, to at least interview. Like,
I mean, when she gets out of jail,
she
she'll be like interviews out the ass.
yeah, because that's her story to tell.
100%. Same with that girl who fucking made the dude commit suicide over the phone. You remember that girl?
Ooh, no, that is.
I feel like I vaguely remember.
She was talking to him while he was committing suicide in his car.
Oh, wasn't it like gas or something?
I think he like sat in the car and like
monoxide?
monoxide shit. I think he did the monoxide shit.
But she told him to do it.
Yeah, I think the phone call was like recorded or some shit. I forgot how they have the audio, but
Because they're fucking anyone can
the
get it.
FBI, the feds.
Yeah.
But they have just like
Feds
them
watching.
Yeah, the amount of time he was killing himself, like at the times or whatever. That shit was crazy. I think she's in jail. She'll get out with enough time to like tell her story and live off that shit.
It's crazy.
It's fucking insane.
Bill Cosby's getting released.
Speaking of people getting released, yeah, Bill Cosby is getting out of jail. I mean, I think it's just like we touched on it like last week when like it makes it like I think it's because the evidence isn't as solid to hold him in jail for as long as the shit that he did should be in jail for. Where like
They were saying originally 3 to 10 years. He served 3 years.
or 3 years.
So I just don't understand how the charges are thrown out. You know,
That doesn't make any sense. If he's all right, yeah, you serve your time, but how are the charges thrown out?
like
I think money buys those kind of privileges. To be
like,
honest,
is it money or like are they? Is it? I mean, it's
No,
money in the sense that he's paying for a lawyer that can go back to court and argue this more. Like how I just don't understand how the argument continues. Like
it's because it's
What
power.
argument? What argument?
that he did what he did.
Because he
Like how can lawyers go back and still fight a case that's been closed?
they probably have been fighting it since it happened, like since the ruling
They
came down.
never gave up. They
They appeal. They continue to appeal and continue to fight it. Because that's the thing that's different between him and R. Kelly. He still was paid. He still got mad bread. R. Kelly, a lot of his like the ownership of his lot of early music that still makes money, he had given it to his wife, or not his wife, or the mother of his kids, to like, you know, apparently she had said that it was so she didn't like snitch on him and tell people about
because they were married.
because of tell people about the shit that he was doing with like kids and shit. That's what she came out and said, I believe. Yeah, I believe that.
Crazy.
Because you don't have to testify if you're against your.
Well,
Wait,
yeah.
his wife said that?
Well, not his wife though. I don't think R. Kelly was married to her shorty, but like the mother of his kids.
Well, she came out. She's incriminating herself by saying that.
Well, she was saying, she was just like, I mean, it's all post, I believe. It's all post everything. And like, I mean, if he's going down for it now, like.
Is he in jail?
Yeah, he's in jail for it. But he don't have the bread that, he don't have the same type of support that Bill Cosby has. Because Bill Cosby's still paid, still got fucking.
Okay, so what's the rich pedophile dude's name that died?
Jeff
Epstein.
Jeff Epstein, yeah.
When he was in prison, they let him go free for like 12 hours a day.
What, like in the city?
And that's what money gets you.
Like in the
You know
city,
what
like
I'm
walk
saying?
around and
He
shit?
would. Oh, what am I doing? Maybe my drink.
Like, you mean like walk around the city? Like he would leave the prison?
No, like he would literally leave Florida, go to New York, go do whatever he had to do. Go
While
to
he was in
Hamptons.
prison?
Yes, they would let him out 12 hours.
What?
He had 12 hours a day
Really?
where he was set
That
free,
sounds
and that's what
insane
I'm
to me.
talking about. Like that is the type of shit that money buys you, and that's why women don't say
does sound-
shit.
That sounds insane. I need to verify.
Wait,
that.
is that
I need to verify
facts?
that.
Yeah,
I need to
go.
verify that.
There's like he got in trouble for it
What?
because he was caught
So
like
are you
going like
fact-checking
out of
that?
the state
Yeah,
while
we
he
gotta-
was
we'll have to-
supposed to just like be on work leave for 12 hours a day. I watched the whole documentary. It was crazy.
Imagine catching a flight, getting somewhere in like an hour or two, spending your day, and going back to prison. You're just going to sleep
Because
in
he's so
prison.
rich, nothing matters.
Is that really true?
I'm
Sin, you
looking
got
it
the
up.
article?
I'm looking it up right now. It's on Vice. Vice covered it. Hold on, look, give me a second. But that if he really was able to do that, Palm Beach Sheriff Richard Bashaw presided over the work release program that allowed Epstein to go to his office and allegedly abuse even more women.
What the fuck?
That's fucked up.
So that's what money gets you. Freedom.
The Florida Sheriff's Office that allowed Jeff Epstein to leave his jail cell almost daily and go to his office when he was supposed to be doing time back in 2008, allegedly leading to the abuse of even more women, is now ending its work release program for everyone. Oh, yeah, Jeff Epstein fucked it up for us. God damn it. That's probably what they're thinking. Fucking A, man.
Work release program?
Yeah, that's
But
fucked
so
up.
since he had, and he had so much time that he could get on planes, private planes, and fly to where he needed to go,
That's fucking...
including his island.
That... If that's not white privilege, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I think the only thing that sucks about his death, because, this nigga needed to die, is that all the information that he had in his head died with him. All the other people who were fucked up in this industry. Because he put mad people. He was the connect.
Well, he
was the
allegedly
plug.
committed suicide, right?
This nigga was murdered. They killed this nigga.
Yeah.
The two dudes who, they got in trouble for being asleep when the two security guards who were supposed to be watching him.
Oh,
I think they even got off with like a slap on the wrist, pretty much.
yeah.
Like it wasn't even anything major for them, which is crazy.
That is crazy. But
Yeah.
I feel like in a situation like that where you have a case, it's kind of hard to like... When someone's just pure evil, like, is that justice?
I feel like someone with
Yeah.
that much power and that much money, they wouldn't just give up like that.
was gonna
Personally,
snitch.
you know what I'm saying? Like he was never gonna snitch. He
No,
was
he
never
was-
gonna get in trouble.
No, but is his
No,
death
he wasn't.
justice?
He was gonna snitch. He was gonna snitch.
Snitch on who? Himself?
No,
he is the fucking hellion of the year.
He's the plug. He knew. He had the list. He had the
He had all the
contacts in
dirt.
his head of all the other. You think he's the only one? Look at how rich he was.
Well, now his
he
wife,
was the connect.
But
He
what
was-
about his wife? She's the only one.
I don't
that-
think she's not as plugged up. He probably kept
and they're
her in
married,
the.
so technically, I don't think she has to testify.
He probably kept her in the super shadows.
I don't think
Like
so.
I think so.
Bro, there's no way you could hide that.
And the only thing she's probably giving up is because she did apparently coordinate some sort of and facilitate some sort of thing. So they are getting.
Bro,
pressing
she
her.
has names.
I mean, supposedly they have like the flight log,
Maybe they might have mad shit, but
It's
in the end
dark,
of the day,
dude. That's so crazy.
and there's some names on there that would make us all uncomfortable. But it's also hard to know like what's
For real.
documented. You know?
for real. But yeah, so
Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, the new strain, man, it's crazy.
That new strain.
That new strain.
Have you tried that new strain of COVID?
The new strain. Have you tried that new strain of COVID, bro?
Smoking that
Is it worse?
COVID 20.
I was listening to this one dude, and he was talking about it's like dangerous. He felt
Was more. They say
It
it's
was-
more. They say it's more contagious, and it's
Yeah.
more like.
and that's what he's
deadlier.
saying. Yeah, that it's more dangerous to give vaccines into a pandemic instead of, I don't know how much fucking time you're supposed to wait or what, but he's saying because like mutants escape like this variant.
Mutants. I'm
yeah.
about to get some superpowers. Fuck it.
I mean,
They're like, I'm about to get the vaccine and just fly out.
the crazy thing, and we joke about it here, honestly, but like the crazy thing about it is that it is super serious and
Yeah.
it doesn't affect you till it does.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that sucks about it.
And it'll take you fast.
And that's the thing you don't know. And that's the unknown that you like want to like prevent and like help people with. And like, that's why
Wear your mask.
I like,
But it's even crazy to me though that it's still not 100%.
it's not nothing at this point.
My friend Jazzy, the one, her boyfriend Chris, they lost like 5 people to COVID. And then his family, like, they obviously went immediately to go get vaccines because they had been ravaged. And then 2 of them that got the vaccine still died from COVID when they ended up getting it.
Rest
It's just
in peace.
crazy. Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Yeah, for real. That's super whack. That's super whack. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's crazy that it's just like everybody's opinions is everybody's opinion or how they feel about it, but it's still just gonna be out there and do what it does and doesn't give a fuck about whose opinion and what they do, you know, like whether they get it or not. So it's just like, I don't know, it sucks that like we got to go through
We're
this.
in a weird time.
We are still. Like, that's why we can look on last year and think about it, but it's not right. Like, it's gone anywhere.
Even last year, we were saying this is probably going to last like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, they were saying that.
Yeah.
They definitely were saying that. I was definitely hearing that. Yeah, for sure.
You know, so I think that
There's no light switch to this right now. They haven't figured it out.
we're definitely in the worst part of it, I feel like.
My fear is that obviously there's no way that this is the last time this is ever going to happen.
They say it happens periodically, right? Like, it's a consistent trend where it's like every X amount of years.
Well, there's other diseases that came out that were killing people that we heard about.
SARS.
And heard about in the news that they never created vaccines for.
Yes.
And they went away. Or it didn't go away, but yeah, went away.
They didn't go away, but there's this, it didn't reach us to the point and affect us. It might still be fucking people up in third world countries now, but it didn't reach us like that. Like, so I don't think there's a vaccine for SARS or something. There's other vaccines that have not been created for things that, swine flu. Remember when that was on the news?
Yeah.
In swine,
that wasn't as serious as this.
Yeah.
I think.
But there was never a vaccine created for it. We don't get a swine flu vaccine.
Yeah.
Like, we don't get any shots for it, but it's still something you can catch and it can kill you. What was that?
I think 300,000 people died worldwide when that happened. But we didn't even bat an eye. People were like, oh, maybe get a flu shot.
The one that came from the mosquitoes.
West Nile.
West Nile. That shit seemed like it was
Name that vaccine.
That seemed like it was close. That seemed like I was scared of that shit.
COVID numbers are pretty high at this point, right?
I'm just talking about how they I was just talking about how they even broadcast it.
Not I'm talking about COVID deaths, sorry.
No, I was talking about like how they broadcast those viruses. Like, we knew the names of it.
I feel you. I feel like it's probably because of like the internet culture nowadays. Like Twitter and Instagram, and there's so much propaganda, and it feels like it's more a part of your life because you're seeing it so often.
I was hearing about the West Nile, Matt, and I didn't have like, I'm like, what? I'm not near the West Nile. Like, why would I got to worry about the?
I definitely think we're more connected in 2021
100%.
compared to when West Nile was out.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, like
you were hearing about
maybe
it.
Call someone and be like, yo, you hear about this West Nile shit? That's crazy.
Or you would see it on the news because we were still like really watching TV back then.
Or like it would be a joke, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we'd be out and be like,
Damn.
mosquitoes. Oh, West Nile. We don't
What?
get West Nile.
What?
Whoa. Okay,
What?
so 3.94 million deaths from COVID.
That's pretty insane. Is that worldwide?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
But how does that compare to like some of the other diseases?
I'm looking it up right now.
I'm looking up swine flu deaths right now. It's 284,000.
So it's definitely more than swine flu.
Extremely higher.
3.9 mil. That's a lot.
What
of
is
deaths.
that percent?
And then West Nile is around 200.
Because this was extremely transmittable.
Which one?
This COVID-19. Because you could get it in your eyes, you can get it in your nose, you can get it.
Only 43 deaths of the West Nile virus. Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
Why did they even tell me about this shit?
They had us panicked.
They did.
Panicked.
43 people.
Pregnant women, stay inside.
That's the thing, man. It's just, how do we even live anymore?
It's just crazy.
Like, I feel like everyone's just out right now kind of faking it or in denial of like the actual, like the country's fucked up.
Dude, you know
the world's fucked up.
Seriously, we are in like supply and demand. We are in desperate need for almost anything. One of my friends just got her deck redone. She said it normally would have cost $17,000. She said she paid like close to 60 grand.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn.
That's
With like because she said the materials, yeah, straight up.
Wow, the Spanish flu though killed 50 million people.
Okay, and that was like then the Roaring Twenties happened, right?
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah, but that was fucking crazy. They were wearing masks when the Spanish flu happened.
Okay, that was crazy. That shit killed 50 mil.
So that was 100 years ago. You feel
Okay.
me? So
okay.
it's probably fair to say that like every 100 years or so that some crazy shit's gonna pop off.
Honestly, I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, but like I just have to say this. I just have
Population
to
control?
get this. Yes.
The Earth doing population control though.
But because honestly, we watched this video
But it was
the other
man created.
So we watched this movie the other day, and anyways, you keep cutting me off. And they were just in the room, and they were minors, and they were running out of oxygen, and some of them was like, you know what, we need to kill some of you guys because otherwise.
Hold on, no, you need to tell. Hold on, because that's a good movie. You need to tell people what movie this is because they need to know.
It was an okay movie. It was like a 4 out of 10.
Pretty, yeah, right, no, that's not a bad score. That's not a bad score.
Okay, right. So they're in
Which
there.
is worth a watch.
Wait, okay.
So anyway,
The movie. Go ahead.
they're in there and they're running out of oxygen. These people are super sick. They're going to die anyways. And so they're like, all right, let's just kill them so we can have more oxygen to breathe so we can last longer.
It's kind of...
And then to be really honest, like they put an 11-year clock on us. Like I'm not...
Hold on, what's your compare?
I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist, but like also Bill Gates did a whole TED talk about how to reduce or how to keep living, right? And it was the number one ingredient was to reduce population. Why would they not have an interest in reducing population? Now I'm not trying to be like they're trying to kill us. Like I'm not trying to be fucking stupid for real, but like we have to allow this as one possible option. Like not to deny it. You know what I'm saying?
So are you saying if you don't get the vaccine, they're trying to kill you?
No, I'm just saying
No.
Releasing the pandemic in the first place. That is population control to me. The vaccine is whatever. Because I mean I've watched too much Handmaid's Tale, but part of me I'm not gonna go there.
Well, that's
That's definitely another.
Because that's my thinking. If you believe that the government is releasing something and then they're giving you wouldn't you think they would give you the vaccine as well? Like that's my thinking.
My thinking
is they're like, all right, if they're population control, they're gonna release it, and then the smart ones, and then they're gonna release the cure for it as well. If that's the case, right? Or is that not?
I mean, to me, that's not synonymous. That's not like necessarily. No.
Okay.
I mean, personally, it's not just how I feel.
What was that?
It's not the cure.
It's not the cure, but based off of, what
they're telling you,
the conspiracy,
what they're allowing to
the conspiracy theorists and Kristen, essentially, because you're saying.
Let me just say this as well. We have to also acknowledge that, like, this is the thing. I hate the stigma that goes around somebody who doesn't want to get vaccinated or doesn't necessarily like bow down and listen to the government. Like I get it. I'm not running around with a fucking magnet trying to get these people. You know what I'm saying? Like
facts.
I'm being genuine in like my thought process. And my thing is like, it's blacked out. What were we talking about right before?
Well, because I was asking because it sounded like the theory you was presenting was saying that they actually the government. Because I feel you. The population control, I personally think the population control is not coming from the government, it's coming from Earth itself. The world,
maybe.
Granted, that vaccine came from us, kind of, but it came from something we found in nature or a cell or something, right?
I mean,
it came from, we didn't just create it from nothing.
The mRNA.
We created it from something that we found in in nature. So that itself came from something it's Earth doing population control.
I don't know. I also have to just say this. Also, new information that I've recently discovered is I watched this interview with this guy and I looked him up and he was in a book from like 1997 talking about mRNA. Like he discovered it. Like he's one of the people that's credited with it.
What's mRNA?
mRNA. This is the vaccine that you took.
Okay.
It's like the mRNA technology.
Sick.
Like it's a type of whatever. Okay. So he's in a book like talking about this. Like this is before the pandemic has ever begun. Okay. So this isn't like conspiracy shit. Okay. And he's saying that like, number one, he said that vaccinating into a pandemic is extremely dangerous because variants escape, or he called them mutants escape. And then he also said that when they injected into the blood, he made a graph and he explained how they realized that all of the ingredients and everything that was in there was dissipating over the 12 hours, except for there was a high number of spike protein in the uterus. And this is the thing that we have to acknowledge. This is what I was going to say before I blacked out. This is what we also have to acknowledge, is that we know for a fact that the media fucks with us. The media treats us like a snow globe, and they shake us up when they want to shake us up. And if we want to pretend like that doesn't happen, then I can't have a conversation like with literally anybody, because I just feel like they have such a tight chokehold on all of us, and they force us to feel however they want us to feel. Like, there's this movie called Bombshell. I suggest you guys watch it. It's super interesting. It's like a person that worked at Fox News and what she experienced as a woman, like sexually, like all the things. But aside from that, they just go to show, like, they just pump us what they want us to feel, what they want us to think, what they want us to know, especially people who are not in a bigger mind space and are not allowed to, like, they're just like, oh, there's magnets, like, you're magnetic, like, I'm not getting a vaccine, like, for real, like, that's like really people in this world.
Though. That's the issue, is that,
and that's why I feel like they use them to take away from any.
About it.
It's like gaslighting. Like, they use these fucking dumb people to just gaslight the whole everybody.
But all right, so
because now I'm an idiot because I'm I'm not safe. I don't feel safe.
That's the thing that's been proven time and time again with whatever population that exists, is that there's always going to be a group of people that either need to be told or just follow whatever they're told.
Yeah.
Even if it's a small group of 5 people.
Like dogs.
To a big group of 1,000 people. And with that, because the world has gotten more connected, there's always going to be that person. Forever. That's never going to stop, just because that's humans. And humans act a lot like, probably like the most basic form of ourselves. And that, it sucks. And I know it exists because, yeah, there's the people who are saying, oh, I got the vaccine, I'm magnetic, and they're sticking, and the shit looks super dumb. Like, yeah. But at the end of the day, like, those people are always going to exist. And they get used in ways that, which is funny you say that, because, like, ever since Trump's been out of office, left and right viewership, as far as just political shit, has gone down dramatically. It's fucking crazy. Like, as far as any political shit.
But honestly, we can blame, one, our collective selves, because algorithms nowadays,
they fuck with you.
Yeah, bro, they're in control, and the media's in control. What they, like what Kristen's saying, what they want to promote, you know. And if it's not some fucking like spectacle like Trump put on, where he's like just making a fool of the United States, like, if it's not that, then the media doesn't want to promote it like they normally would, you know. So,
well, since Trump's been out of office, like I said, the viewership left and right has gone down. So it's not just people who are pro Biden. Everybody stopped watching. He was great
for the ratings.
He was great for the ratings all around.
That's why that's all he ever cared about.
He said it before. He said it the year that they were running. One of the things he said why he thought he was going to win again was because the TV stations needed him. He said it, and he was correct, actually. That was the one thing he said his whole campaign he was actually right about.
He was presidency right about it.
They needed this nigga.
Show.
They needed him to win. If he had another 4 years right now, can you imagine how much crazy shit probably would have happened?
He just really got up there and was like, I'm the president. Like, I'm going to just do whatever I want. I'm the president.
It's insane.
Facts. Facts. This nigga was like, I'm the president. And one thing he did not lie about is he said these TV stations needed him. They ratings. Are dying without this nigga Trump. No one watched the news more. I was watching CNN when ESPN was off. I just put because like I'm a background shit nigga. I'm a background shit like dude as far as like what's on my TV. So normally it's like sports related as far as background shit. If I'm like editing videos, doing music, whatever, it's like sports shit. And if it's not sports shit, at that time it was political shit. It was CNN all the time. Or maybe I put on Fox just to see what the fucking crackers are saying. But like, like when Trump was in office, I paid attention to that shit. And now that he's not, I know Biden's, in the end of the day, like whatever he does, maybe it might not fit in 100% in line with what I'm thinking. But at the end of the day, he seems like a good person. He seems like a decent human being. He seems like someone who would make like...
You're talking about Biden?
Biden, just in general. Or even any president other than motherfucking Donald Trump. Like that I've been around for and experienced, been alive for. They seem like someone who would... Maybe if they like
George Bush was a weird character.
He was a weird dude, but in the end of the day, if you're comparing him to Trump, nigga, I felt like I had to pay attention to every decision Trump made because
it was like having a kid in a fucking candy store.
Exactly.
Facts, bro. 1000. I felt like I had to, because it seemed like a nigga who I could not trust.
Like you could literally lose your rights.
Legit. Because he was like, oh, what? Because this motherfucker's paying him bread under the table, low key.
Yeah, that was
an uncomfortable feeling.
A crazy 4 years. And then on top of it, we had the pandemic. It was nuts, bro. That was a scary time for the world, bro.
Oh my God.
That was so scary.
It was insane.
That shit was wild.
We are in hell.
What? It's gotten better.
We're gonna have a good summer.
But that's what I'm saying though about
morality.
No, but Kristen, that's what I'm saying about at least
fiscally.
That's what I'm saying about the guy whose job is right now the president of the United States. You don't pay attention now as much because at least you know he wouldn't do something. Day to day your shit for the most part is in your control.
But I will say yes. Okay, I understand the sentiment. Yes, I agree. However, I will also say that the reality is they're still like blocking people from coming into this country. They're not doing like me as a human being, how I feel and the things that I would want. They are not completely aligned. No, not whatsoever. But overall, I feel better. I feel like safer. Like I don't have like the demon has like the button to blow up the universe.
And you know the biggest way to affect change is to either become dumb successful at what you do till you get the power to control the things you want to control. And also, if people don't know, fuck voting for vote on a local level. That's how you change. On the local where you live at is how, if you vote on that level, that's how you change shit.
And you vote with your dollar every single day.
Facts.
Like giving your money to Jeff Bezos is not helping anybody. But there are tons of, but that's the thing, a lot of things that are more
I'm not
local.
Gonna lie, I haven't used Amazon in mad long.
So this is
when's
what
the last time you bought off Amazon? You bought off Amazon.
I buy off Amazon all the time.
I haven't used Amazon in dumb long.
I try not to, but sometimes I'm also a victim to the reality. I haven't used
Amazon in dumb long.
Which I'm embarrassed to say, but I have to be truthful. However, blacked out again. Happens.
It happens sometimes.
Do you think it's a problem?
Over here. It's the EOD podcast. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day podcast. I don't even know if that's going to look crazy weird because I don't even know if I was holding my finger up at the same time.
No, your finger was not open. Yeah, for the listeners, we had to do a cut.
For the listeners. For the viewers, maybe. I don't think the listeners will give a fuck.
That's facts, actually.
But, no. Shout out to anyone we inspire because we do have some listeners who have hit me up. Shout out to the homies who fuck with the EOD podcast.
Shout out to the homies.
Yeah, for real. What else is in the topics, dude? I know this mad shit we got to talk about that we haven't even talked about.
This is a new segment. Anybody who's listening, I'm looking for a little prayer request for my girl Brooke. She's struggling, and we need some love. So send some positive vibes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Also, listening right now, press pause. Make a prayer.
So Bill Cosby release. Skims gets USA Olympic bid. Yo, that's kind of crazy that Skims is. So Skims will be
shout
making
out Kim K for that. For real.
So Skims is making like all the basketball players' jerseys and shit.
Basketball players.
No, it's like loungewear for all of the female Olympians. Well, I guess really anybody.
Did you see the photos?
No, I thought they were making like the NBA basketball teams' jerseys and shit.
I mean, who knows? Maybe, but I mean, that's pretty cool.
I think it might be like the tracksuits that they run in and shit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't know. Skims.
What I read was
it's just for
like,
women. Just for the women.
I mean, I guess there's maybe probably a men's side to it too. I
didn't see the men's.
I would hope, but I mean, maybe that's new.
That's
for her.
crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
But honestly, good for her.
Do we have a clap or something? Shout out to Kim K.
I mean, what?
Honestly though, I'm not gonna lie.
There's nobody else that's doing what she's doing, like giving back to the community and actually like trying to get out there and like free people from prison.
She divorced
I
Kanye,
am not going to lie. My favorite hip hop couple was Kim K and Kanye.
Yeah, that was really the best.
Out of all of them that have ever existed, ever. Kim K and Kanye was my favorite hip hop couple. It is breaking my heart right now to see them go through this and break up.
Dude, and they have a family, man. Like,
that was my favorite out of even Jay-Z and Beyonce. Kim K and Kanye.
Yeah.
They both have a history because that's real life. You have history.
Yeah.
Bam. You bound for real.
You feel me? Like riding off into the sunset.
Because the tabloids and all that shit, when in their breakup, they use that shit. They talk about Kim and how many divorces and shit. You have history. You're rich and famous. You got mad bread. Suck my dick. I don't give a fuck what you think about my life. I don't care, nigga.
Dude, Kanye never cared.
Kanye never cared. That's what I'm saying.
He cared though. He can't help himself.
No. Here's the thing. He might have, but at the end of the day, he understands. Once again, you are famous. You are rich. You got bread. You have history. Kanye had history. He had a red carpet with fucking Amber Rose. He's coming to a relationship with that and see how a girl feels. She's gonna be like, "What? You was on a red carpet with that chick and all that shit?
Look at her face.
Look at her face and all that shit. You know, Kristen, you have history. Imagine
Kanye's a rock star. I just want to say that.
They were friends for a long time.
No, but just in general, imagine if imagine you try to date someone and all of your past was viewable to the public.
But I think that's what allowed them, I mean, I have no fucking clue, but that's what I would imagine allowed them to connect on a deeper level. Is because there's no judgment from her because she lived her life and she had her life experiences and he had his and they didn't judge each other.
And in me personally, that's why they trump Jay-Z and Beyonce, because Jay-Z and Beyonce have been super secretive. You don't know anything about their life. You only know about Jay-Z and Beyonce. You only know what they want you to know with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Yeah. Kanye and Kim Kardashian never had that control.
Real.
You saw everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I fuck with their energy. And it sucks. And to see Kim K going through this, I know Kanye is low key, I feel personally, then that might not even be true. I feel like Kanye's definitely happy as fuck for her. But because they're not together, you don't get to share that energy with her.
They were married for 7 years.
7 years, bro. I thought they were gonna, I would count every year, bro. I was like, yo, I would always look it up. Like, how long have they been married?
What did he do for her birthday this year?
Bro, when he bought...
That was Valentine's Day, Kim.
He bought Kim Tesla stock and I forgot what the other stock, I think it was Disney stock back in the day for one of her birthdays. Yeah. And that year, I bought the Tesla stock that I have now because I seen that he had gotten it for her birthday. Mm. I bought it that year. And and that shit, the stock that I got and the amount I got it for it totally was low-key a legit like nest egg that I was able to I have been able to set aside because I seen that he got it for her birthday and I was like, what? And I was like, Tesla stock. So I looked it up and I seen the price and I was like, all right, let me put, and that I've been sitting on that shit still to this day. So shout out to that. That's literally why, and it breaks my heart to see Kim. I'm happy for Kim and I know Kanye is. I know he is too.
He is, because he loves her.
He's got to be.
As a human being, he even if he's in his like super Gemini mode, where like maybe he's on a different wave than the Kanye that loves Kim.
Of course,
even if he's there, he has to be proud of her, happy for her. He loves her.
He definitely is.
You can't be with somebody that long and not love them and have the mother of your children.
All of them. All the ones.
No, calm down. Half. I would say like 2 point. Like we.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
We have to acknowledge the fact that. Hold on. So I have a problem right now. So
she's about to drop a bomb. Shit. Because I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah,
she said half of Kanye's kids right now.
So he has how many children? 4 children.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them are surrogates. Okay. In Kim.
Oh, hold on. I did not. I'm not gonna lie. I did not know that.
Okay. So in Kim's specific situation, she had really hard pregnancies. She almost died.
For people who don't know, should we explain what surrogates is? Surrogates, for people who don't know, is you have someone else have the baby for you, right?
And it's you can have multiple different things. Like it could be just your egg and their sperm.
Do we know what that was?
They had her egg, his sperm. It's just literally like baking a cake in the oven. Like
how do you feel about that being a female?
Okay, so I have multiple feelings about this.
Multiple.
In Kim's situation where it's not safe for her to have another child. Okay, if she wants to hire somebody and pay them to risk their life to have a child for 9.5, 10 months, okay, I feel less bothered by that because it's dangerous for her and she wants more kids and maybe somebody wants to make that money. Okay, I have no judgment. What can I say? However, in this situation where like I have a friend who has all this money, wants to get a fucking surrogate, but just because they don't want to ruin their body. And my thing is like, let me ask you this though. How do you feel as far as like that kid coming out? Do you feel like that? All right, if you have a surrogate, how much of the person who actually has the baby do you feel like is even like in that kid? So I mean, I don't. As far as percentage wise, I can't break it down because I don't. Personally, that's some science shit. But the reality is, is there some science? But this is the thing. So like it's your egg, it's your sperm, or your family, right? No, I'm talking. But it's mitochondrial DNA, and mitochondrial DNA affects you beyond like your existence, like in your life. I'm talking legit essence wise. Like if you have someone else's, if you like had DNA shit, not even DNA shit, because you're talking number shit. I wasn't talking like DNA is like numbers, like factual shit. How much essence of the person who has the kid I don't know feel like personally feel because I personally feel like does the kid feel like that's mom? No, I feel like not even that's mom, like any traits that the person shares or that's what like I'm saying has so, like I don't if know. You're tall or if you're short or if you're wide hip, wide nose, anything like that, I feel like is a factor. So that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know what percentage is the man, is the husband, is the other woman, and then what is mitochondrial DNA, which is what you get from your like host, like who's growing you. So like that is reality. Like you want to say like, oh, that's my baby, but like that's not your baby. That's your baby. That's 3 people's baby. 100%. Like DNA, check it. Like this person is growing your child. I feel like obviously, probably if you were, I feel like this. Obviously, if you were to talk to Kim, she would acknowledge that. But for post and how she talks about the kid, yeah, that's my baby. Do you not agree with that? No, that's 100% her baby. And if you adopt a baby and it's not none of your blood, that's your baby. Why is she adopt? Is that technically adopting a baby when you do that with a kid? I mean, technically, because no matter what, the woman who gives birth has to give consent to give the child away. Okay, that's fair. See, you know what I'm saying? That's so funny because I feel like, but it's like a weird. If I was that mom. Nah, that's I'm a lie. I'm lying. I'm sorry. I'm lying. I'm sorry. If I was that mom, that baby would have came out and I would have made it. My excuse would have been like, I'm selling it on eBay. No, facts, 100%. I'm sick. No, but Kristen, I'm sick. Nah, but Kristen, tell me if you can see this. The mom having the baby and being like, there was a connection I couldn't let go of and I couldn't get rid of, and I needed to have that baby. But they probably have contracts signed. No. I'm saying like just imagine like you still actually could have said that. First of all, I'm watching this movie called The Shy, and that literally just happened. So yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, because I could see that. I could see a mom being like, no, last minute lying. Of course, I'm gonna lie and say like, I just had this baby. But the thing is, it's not your property. No longer. Because like what the fuck? You signed the contracts prior. What is that? Like what the fuck is that? That's crazy. And that's what I just think like and honestly like no disrespect truly to anybody who does that. Like whatever. Well, that's what I'm saying. So live your life. Who the fuck am I? I'm literally just a person. You can't. But however, my personal opinion is that I think that shit is wild and it's very privileged and very just like rich privileged bullshit that is like not acceptable as like humanity because what the fuck like you're just gonna like be like I don't want to get fat so like I'm gonna pay someone $157 million or whatever. Wait. Yeah. No, wait.
Because that's your friend's case. There might be
No, I'm
other...
talking about
wait, hang on. Let me
case where
finish.
you're doing this. This is a very common thing.
Let me finish.
Okay, but before you
Let me
continue,
finish. You're ramped up. Let me finish. I'm saying that in a situation where maybe it's actual medical concern.
that's different, though. I already established that. That's different.
But so you're talking about in the case
She's talking
of
about
someone
the
like
vain aspect.
you're talking about your friend.
I'm not talking about my friend.
No,
I'm
she's
talking about any woman.
Technically, she's talking about Kim Kardashian. Because
Kim Kardashian,
But
she
she
had a
said-
dangerous
she almost
pregnancy.
died.
Exactly. So I'm good off Kim K. I'm not worried about
I
Kim
didn't realize
K.
that. Okay, Kim K's pregnancy.
I'm talking about
dangerous. Okay.
anybody. I'm not talking about my
I didn't
friend
realize that.
specifically.
Okay.
Like
Kim K's pregnancy was dangerous.
to anyone, live your life. Like who the fuck am I to judge you? I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, I personally don't think it's right to to have people risk their life.
What if? All right.
You don't want to get fat.
But what if I'm someone who makes a living off my body?
It's not for me, I don't think that's right. I don't care how you make your living.
I'm a model. So say I'm a model and I want to have a kid and I make a living off my body.
And you're also paying the person that's having your kid.
No, exactly. No matter what, these people are getting
I'm sure they're getting
paid.
paid.
I'm saying this as a person who understands that anyone who's having a baby for someone is getting cashed out.
Of course.
And I understand that that's a reality, that those people need that money. However, I still don't think it makes it right. Like, what if somebody was like, I'll pay you $10,000 if you kill me?
Nah, you can't.
It's
that's a little different.
No, it is because you run the risk. You run the risk of dying. People die during pregnancy.
Well, and I'm hoping you're getting paid more than $10,000 to have a baby.
No, they're getting paid racks, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I think
especially for a high-profile case.
I think it's a person's decision, just like anything else. Like, there's paid sex workers, and like some people just.
And most of the time, I feel like the person who's actually having the kid might not even ask. They might not even ask why they have They might not even ask why that person's why they need me to have their kid. I would imagine they might.
I'm trying to see it from both sides, Kristen.
I see from what she's saying. She's talking the truth.
No,
fuck those people who are just trying to. But at the same time, like that could be
for the person who's trying to make money. Like they're trying to make this money. So yeah, like
what if
let me
though. Like and they need that.
And I get that, but that's also the perspective that I feel like is more important, is like the perspective of that they're literally just being vultures and preying on people who are desperate.
You're talking about the people who will
pay for it to happen. I'm like, so you're just like you're risking, like you want to have a baby. I mean, I guess some people love being pregnant,
though.
like, and they don't want to have a baby. Like that is a thing. Like, okay, if you find somebody who's just like, I just want to be pregnant, I don't want to have a baby.
That seems like it seems like something where, for the most part, if that's happening, every situation is probably going to be different.
I just feel like there's always, not always. That's not realistic.
There's probably going to be different.
I feel like a lot of the time, yes, they're always different. But I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of people that are doing that are looking to make. I mean, maybe it's just a business decision. I don't know, but I personally feel like, I don't know, you're desperate. If you have to have someone else's child.
So then let me ask you this, Kristen. If the bag was right, would you have someone's kid?
No.
What if they needed it? What if they're like, yo, the bag was right.
3.5 million.
No, hold on. So the bag was right. That because I don't
inject me.
Yeah, no, the bag could be whatever Kristen's imagining, whatever you imagine. The bag's right, and they're like, yo, I love my husband. We've been trying. We cannot have a fucking kid.
Well, this is different from what she's saying.
No. I'm asking. No, it's not. It's not.
You can't have a kid. The penis doesn't work.
You're solely talking about someone that's doing it for their body.
No. I know what she's talking about, but I'm just talking about her as a
semi. Yes, that's the main ingredient. Is like the fact that a lot of these women, and this is not just my friend. Like, and maybe she has other reasons. I don't really know, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to destroy your body, which is a big common denominator because we live in a society where this is important, a lot of women don't want to ruin their bodies or risk it. So they hire somebody else. And that is the aspect that I think is fucked up.
But I think there's two sides. That's one side.
Of course there's going to be two sides.
And then there's the side that there's an actual need.
But what Kristen's talking about is not crazy.
A non-selfish side. That's a selfish side.
What Kristen's talking about is honestly what our society has created. It's created of someone who can't let go of the body they have.
And it's also exactly. And it's also that. Imagine that, like how you feel about yourself, like you don't want to destroy your own body. So then here you are now going to create a whole nother human being in somebody else's situation. Like, What?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to think because
Adopt a child.
When you think of
That's fair. I fuck with that. Adopt a child.
When you think of a pregnancy, you know, you think of someone going through it. Like when you're like, oh yeah, me and my girlfriend are pregnant. You're like, oh, how far along are you? Because you know that the symptoms of pregnancy are serious.
Here's the issue wrong with what you guys are talking about. We don't live in that world anymore. We don't live in anything that's standard anymore. We live in a world where you are able to make decisions and choose what you want to do, and no one really is allowed to judge you for it. Because even though you feel like that, Kristen, if someone was doing it and they were your next door neighbor,
yes,
you would still say hi to them in the morning. You would still talk to that kid. I would still support
them.
You 1,000,000,000%. That's what I know about you, Kristen. You would still fucking like accept it just because it's a life that was created out of that situation.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't.
And these children deserve to live and have a wonderful, prosperous life.
You go about life differently, but because we have progressed to the point that we are living in, I know if they were the people you live next door to and your best friends, because they're your neighbors, they're Flanders and you're the Simpsons. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know all of that about them. They created this kid like that because the wife is a model. She's an IG model, and she can't fuck up her body.
And that's the thing. Like, you care so much about your body, you want to create a new body, but you don't want any of the ingredients that go with it.
1,000,000,000%.
Like, and that's what I just think
100%.
is wrong. Like, you don't deserve. Like, if it's only for those aspects, right? You don't deserve to have a child produced by somebody else.
That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
That's just how I feel. I just don't think it's right. I think it's fucking nuts. I think it's so futuristic and
at the same time,
rich, privileged shit.
On the same token, we have made it. We have progressed so far as people that is something you can do.
I just think it's self-obsession.
No. Regardless of the technology, the time period, if you were to reverse 20 years, that's not the case. Everyone wanted to have a normal, standard type of family. Everyone wanted to have that family they wanted to have those 3 or 4 kids with that wife.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that wife wasn't allowed to work. That wife wasn't allowed to do. That woman wasn't allowed to be as strong. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're still dealing with the effects of that. Just like you guys are dealing with the effects of racism.
But we've progressed to the point where a female has enough choice in her life to be like, I want a kid, but I don't want to hurt my body because I know what a kid does to your body. I just think there's no way you can deny how intense that is.
But there's definitely also a connectiveness when it comes to creating life. It's like you're literally skipping the evolutionary tradition. There
1,000,000,000% is no denying that. That is very obvious about having a kid. Literally, you have to cut the kid out of you, bro. You have to cut a cord to separate yourself from the kid. So there's no denying that. But I think the idea of having a kid and you having to have a kid was a thing that was
it's because you're self-absorbed. Like, the thing is, if you can't have a child, your number one only option, I'm sorry, no disrespect, but I'm sorry, your option should be to adopt a child. There are so many souls on this planet already that are being birthed that need somewhere to go. Like, we don't need to be fucking trying to concoct some shit in another oven. Why don't you just take care of what's here? But people are so obsessed with themselves that they want to know. You know what? At the end of the day,
it is.
I may have
I agree with you, but it's just like I can't judge someone on that.
So I'm sorry, but like, and again, this is perspective, but my stepdad adopted us, and he married my mom, and she said, "Look." So he proposed to my mom. My mom said, "I'm not going to marry you. I cannot give you children," because she already had a hysterectomy because she had some shit wrong with her. Yeah. Okay. She said, he asked, "Will you marry me?" She said, "No, I can't give you kids." And he's like, "We already have 2 kids. So me and my brother." So that's what I'm saying. Like, my dad accepted that and took that in. So it's possible, but like, a lot of people are not that way. They're obsessed with themselves and they want to see themselves created, and they cannot love a child unless it's them themselves.
I can't. The reason why I can't judge anyone who lives in a situation where they're not told no, because your stepdad was told no because of his situation. Imagine if he had the funds and the undeniable income and resources to be like, it's okay, we can do this and have scientists and do, and you know what I'm saying, like that. And that's what these rich, because like you said, it costs a bag, like we said,
And I
it
think
costs
that's
a bag.
fake.
I understand that, but I can't be
Just my
like, I can't be like, yo, you shouldn't, because they're gonna do it.
No, exactly.
They have nothing else to spend their money on.
Hey,
They've
this
already bought all
podcast,
the
we just
jewelry.
be putting our opinions out there. That's my opinion.
They can't. And speaking of like babies and fucking and all that shit, what is up with OnlyFans trying to change their image? That shit, when I seen that shit,
Wait, babies and fucking to OnlyFans?
I mean, babies.
That's a wild concept of
fucking,
words to say in a
I was saying
sentence form.
fucking more or less. The fucking.
Yeah. All
Not
right.
Because of the point, yeah.
All right.
End of the day
EOD
podcast.
Just makes
podcast.
sound.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That
It sounded wrong.
That,
We didn't mean it that way.
Transfer over to topics didn't work as well as I thought it would in my head. But yeah, OnlyFans are trying to change their image legit, and it doesn't make any sense.
I just think that it's funny that they pushed it so hard for so long.
They didn't though. They never did. They
People
always
push
said,
on
But they
No,
let it
people pushed
happen.
it. They let it happen.
Yeah.
To gain the traffic, I think.
Because I'm sure they were, dude, the revenue going through OnlyFans is ridiculous.
People are making $1 million
People are rich
a
off of that
day.
shit. People are rich off OnlyFans.
But off sexual aspects of OnlyFans.
Exactly. And they know that.
off the prospect of sexual.
No.
No, because
What do you
the
mean
reality.
prospect?
So this girl that I follow,
mean, like, not
Malu
seen on the
Trejo
Instagram-
or
on
Malu
the-
whatever. Let me Google her actual stats.
But you're, are you
No,
saying? Are you,
let's
but are you
talk
saying-
about
but-
the
no, are you
cold
saying?
hard
Are you
facts.
saying? Are you
Hold
saying
on,
someone
listen.
who doesn't post actual sexual shit on there? OnlyFans?
I mean, I shouldn't say, but from
This is
what
one case.
No.
No, but
there's
this
multiple.
is
No,
this
she's-
is a trend.
This is a trend.
So these people, they turn 18 years old and they make this is a cash cow. What the fuck? They make a OnlyFans. They post just like extra booty pics, maybe like
Yeah.
maybe a little. It's nothing. They're not
porn-related.
having sex.
They're
They're
being
definitely
naked.
not
They're
selling
doing
all the way
anything
out.
Sexual.
But they are definitely probably posting some very
super naughty
sexy
photos.
because they already post sexy shit.
Well, I'm talking about the people that have made millions of dollars.
I'm talking about
doing-
people
hold
who
on.
have made millions. This is
Hold
how
on,
they
hold
make
on,
millions.
Yeah, here's the thing. Y'all are both talking about the same thing because those both people have existed on OnlyFans. There's a people like a Bad Baby or
Malu Trejo or whatever
who post photos that they're suggestive, but there's no nudity. There's just a bunch of creeps that want
That's
this.
exactly.
There's a bunch of creeps for mad long because they've been mad. They were young and just built sexually attractive.
So
And
wait,
now they're ready
Kristen,
to go.
as a woman, how do you feel about that? Like women literally investing their time and effort into something that is
I think
predatory.
that singer did it too. I think that singer.
That's a predatory.
What's her name?
You're recognizing the predatory aspect of what you're doing. You're saying, okay, these are creeps that are coming after you.
And
but I'm making money.
they're making money off of
so
it.
there's different aspects of this conversation. So the duality for a specifically 18-year-old person, 17 turning 18,
I'm
right?
talking about women in general.
Okay,
I'm not
so-
talking about a 17 or 18-year-old.
Well, that's how a lot of people cash in. So that is an aspect of
Off
this
their
conversation.
age. But can't you just lie about your age?
I mean, I
Hold on,
guess.
what were you saying?
But at the end of the day, okay, look.
There's
so
girls who have
this
made
is the
their
same
money
concept. Like
existing
what
as
he's
an
saying.
AGR.
Wait, go ahead.
So the reality is, just like he's saying, like, these people are creeps. So whether they're 17 or they're 23, these people are desperate. They want to fuck these people so bad. They want anything to
Because
just
they look
breathe
young, though.
their air. Because, because either they look young or XYZ, whatever it is that they are fetishizing the hell out of these people.
Porn is one of the biggest industries in the world.
Exactly. So we can't act like these people are not desperate for it. Okay. So as soon as this person is like, you know what, I'm gonna release some sexy content, just like Cardi B just released like she just talks shit about people, whatever she does. She's not having sex.
But she did get her own.
But she has a
No. We're not talking about.
Yeah, her OnlyFans is not. She just talks about personal.
Yeah, but she has a whole lifespan.
No, but that's the same reality that these women are doing. They're getting on there and they may post like a very sexy, very small bikini pic. So they might post that same one in just a more provocative stance, like in a more provocative angle. Like it's not naked, but they're just cashing in on you being more desperate. This is probably some shit they would post anyways and for free on Instagram, but because they feel exclusive. They have this feeling of like being closer to this human being because they've paid money. That's what the allure is. And that's the realization that I think a lot of people have to
There's
have.
also the other side of OnlyFans where people are fucking, and it's actually mad.
Yeah, people are definitely fucking.
Tyga's fucking on OnlyFans. From what I've heard, I haven't seen it.
He's fucking on OnlyFans.
Is he fucking? Hold on,
100% fucking on OnlyFans.
Legit, like showing
Going
his
in,
old
yeah.
dick on OnlyFans.
I've honestly never.
What the fuck?
The only time I ever try
That
to
is
tap into
crazy.
OnlyFans, I'm sorry, Kristen, is when you actually sent the Amber Rose free.
Hold on, Amber Rose is
I'm
OnlyFans.
sick.
So I tried to log in.
Hold on, is Amber Rose fucking on OnlyFans too?
Was she?
I logged in, but it was just like it seemed like
booty
what
pics and
Kristen
shit?
was saying. Like it was just like revealing, but it wasn't like
It's a scam. And okay.
it wasn't. It felt like a scam when I.
And so
logged
this
in.
is the thing, okay, right? So
But you're saying Tiger's legit fucking on
Yes,
OnlyFans.
he is,
He's
yes.
not scamming.
Kristen knows because she's logged in.
because I have friends that let me know.
I've heard this. I've heard this about Tiger. That he's
Okay.
fucking on OnlyFans, but I didn't believe like he
So
was
hold on.
legit. Like he's
So-
a rapper. Like a rapper fucking on the internet is wild to me. Because then you're.
I mean, everyone's dick's been on the internet. Have you seen the game's dick?
No, I haven't.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Everyone's seen the game's dick.
No, I haven't seen many rappers because I didn't really. That's not shit. I only really care about them if they're fucking like some other like.
I don't
hot
really look
celebrity.
for celebrity porn.
No, if they're if they're
no.
fucking another celebrity, then I'm.
I mean,
all
but
in.
it came out.
The only
It
celebrity.
did. You're not lying.
Like,
It did.
did you
No.
ever see
the
the
only
baby's
ce-
dick?
No, I didn't. That was.
No.
I think I heard. I see the thing. I didn't see it, but then I heard after it was not his. He was saying it wasn't him. So like, I was like, okay. Like if you're gonna deny it, then because I like then I'm
Obviously,
there's no
anyone's
reason.
going to deny anything like
No, it ain't me, dog.
that. Not me.
Not
That's
me.
Damn. So
But hold on, this is what I was going to say, right? So the original question was like, how do you feel about these women like doing this, whatever? The reality is, as a woman, you have to realize this is a very simple analogy. When we go to the bar, why do we get in free? Because the bars have commoditized being a woman to the fact that we get into a bar free so that you have the opportunity to fuck us.
Wait. Let's play. I want to play devil's advocate here.
I mean, yeah.
Do you think that women?
That's a fact.
Wait,
What?
Kristen.
she's not lying? Kristen's telling the truth.
Do you think that
Or
if women had to pay the same
amount,
amount as men, that there would be as many women at the bar?
Yes.
Only because men pay for them to get in.
No, we get into the bar free because the bar lets us in for free
No, I'm
because they
saying
commoditize us.
If they weren't free, if you had to pay the same as men, do you think there would be as many women at the bar as there are men? Like if you guys had to pay the same amount as men.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if I'm considering the wage gap as a female, I don't know. I don't know what the actual
Sim, what do
statistics
you
would
think?
be.
Do you think that if women had to pay what men pay to get in?
Women are used to getting in everywhere for free.
That's what I'm saying.
But if the
Nah,
culture
that's
was
what-
shifted, we would be shifted. What are you saying? Like, you think
The
that
cul-
women
that-
don't want to have a good
No,
time?
I think that the shift would be men paying for the women's tickets.
This
No.
conversation
That's
is null
what
and
it would
void.
be.
This conversation is null and void because that culture will never shift. Women will always get into places for free because
because
women
why?
control sex and
Chivalry.
men control marriage.
No, because the bars
If you
have
wanna get married-
commoditized our vaginas.
If you want to get married, you're gonna want to find a nigga that is gonna marry you. If you want to have sex, you're gonna have to want to find a woman who wants to have sex with you. In the end of the day, that is what it is.
What are you
That's
saying?
why you were trying to talk about like T's bringing up the fact the argument you guys are having. Those rules and that status quo will never change.
I guess
You
I
think
have.
It will never
that you
change.
think that women are always going to hold a higher status in terms of privilege in the sense of like what is that?
It's
What
they
is-
have commoditized us so that we are a mere
think they.
object that
They
you can
don't.
purchase. You can have for this $10. Like, you have access to pussy
No, I
now
don't think
for
they.
$10.
You can't say they. Women themselves have because they've just been attracted to the money. Men have. There's been men who've just been like, all right, well.
Okay, hold on, wait.
I don't have any of the qualities that you want in a man. All I have is money.
Okay.
And there have been women who have been like, okay, I'm going to chase that. I'm going to just chase the money. You can
Okay.
be the ugliest, shortest, little dicked, fucking have a nigga, and as long as you have the money, that's all that matters. So women themselves have commoditized what they offer, essentially.
Okay. And I will say to that, also we need to acknowledge the fact that women have only been a body to society. We have only been a means of reproduction, a means of meals for men. Get in the kitchen. That's
basic. I agree. I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to deny that. You are correct, Kristen. But that's like basic shit. But that's not bad. That's not a bad thing, because if you find it, because the reason why I'm saying that is because you can find a dude who might want that, but it's just a hardworking $45,000.
Hold on. I didn't even make my point yet.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, right, this is what women have been allowed for years, okay? This is all we've been allowed, is this physical body. Why would a woman not turn her physical body into a commodity so that she can profit outside of a man, outside of a bar owned by a man, bringing men in to purchase drinks? That's the reality. And that's what, like, as a woman, me personally, I feel like I fight against, like, why I feel like I need to be so strong. No, I don't want women to feel like they have to weaponize their own physical body to make money, because men won't give you anything other than your physical body. So then what do you feel like the balance is? What do you feel like the balance? Like, I feel like the balance is for men to take a moment to acknowledge what women experience, how we have been sexualized, how we have so much internalized misogyny within our existence, and just allow women to be equal, to truly be equal, to feel how we want to feel. Like, I understand men get repressed. You're not allowed to cry. Like, I want men to be able to cry. I want all of us to be able to feel all of our feelings, to be powerful, to be strong, to be anything that we want to be, without having this feeling of like, I don't really respect you because, like, you might be talking that shit, but you're a woman, and it's not. It doesn't. Maybe it's not like
for any minority, like
100%.
Not just for women, but even for black people. For
literally anybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, how I can only experience what I experience as a woman.
Word.
Yeah, it gets very complicated in that, because there's just so many other people who are operating on a different time. They're just like, yo, I want the richest nigga. I just want the nigga who's making the most money, who can take care of me. So I'm gonna get a BBL. I'm gonna get my lips done.
Don't let me get started on the BBL.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Like,
I feel like there's a lot of women that do that.
That's what I mean.
feel like a BBL. That's what I'm saying.
When prior to
it's
that,
anti-feminist. It's anti-equality. It's literally pro-white supremacy.
And there's mad women who have that. There's so many women who have that. There's so many. So then, what are we doing?
Did you see that video? So there was
the line, the women in line
at the Dominican Republic coming back. It's like 15 women in line in a wheelchair.
Kristen is just saying that because it looked like that's how many you can count. The line looked low key endless. It looked like it was longer than that. Honestly, did you see the video?
I haven't seen it,
and it's uncomfortable because, like, I don't know.
You have the video?
Yes,
I saw you reaching. I want to see that.
I do have the video.
It's just really fucked up. Like, this body modification is not out of love. It's not out of love for yourself. It's out of hatred. And if we want to live in a world where we just hate ourselves, that we go under the knife, there's different. I understand some people have to have it, X, Y, Z. I'm not here to judge, but that shit is wild. And I don't think that's good for the future of humanity.
And here's the thing, Kristen, that bugs me about it is that, all right, let's say for my example to be true, 100% of women would have not to get a BBL. So let's say a BBL came out and it was super unpopular and no woman got it. And every woman that we walked around with, 100% of the women we walked around with were natural. Do you think women would not be attractive to men?
I think.
And you hold on. Let me think.
Wait.
Right now, you have the richest men going for women who were shapely and like perfect. Let's say Let's say BBLs came out and that women were like, no, we're not getting BBLs, and no women got BBLs. Do you think men would stop liking the women that are out right now?
Yes.
You think men would stop fucking?
You
don't know men. You don't know men, then.
Okay,
this is a woman who doesn't know men.
No.
You think men would stop? You think
American men? That's different.
No. Once again, because here's the thing. I'm telling you right now. Because right now, the issue is that women with the surgery exist.
Hold on.
No, the women with their surgery exist. So you have the visual of seeing it. Let's say BBLs came out and women were like, no. No women got it. 100% of the women got it. So no one right now is walking with a BBL. Every female right now in existence is natural. You are telling me that men will not. They're like, no, I'm not fucking any women right now.
Well, okay, hold on. There's different.
Yes.
No.
I'm sorry.
Listen.
Yeah. You are capping right
in
now.
other places where people don't have like this Western super advanced society that we have, and women are just walking around with their titties out, they don't sexualize them. They think we're weird for sexualizing them.
No,
so
I
as
agree.
humanity,
I agree.
that's
I agree.
different.
I agree.
But if you're talking about horny motherfuckers that see a fat ass,
No,
and, like,
I'm just
can't
talking.
stop losing their mind over it.
I'm talking about just in general, straight up level of attraction. No BBLs exist.
I think if BBLs didn't exist, they would still aim for people with BBL imagery.
No,
the reality is BBL is a fucking cultural appropriation of black
women. If you
women.
have anything that's close to that, that's natural. That's you. I'm talking about all women natural right now.
Yo, there's mad women in this line.
In that fucking line. No reason. I'm not
is
talking about these
crazy.
BBLs. Imagine BBLs don't exist. Because there was a world when BBLs didn't exist, Kristen. So tell me right now, if BBLs didn't
I think
exist
that
right
men
now.
would still be attracted to people with that similar shape. Yes.
I don't know. No, I'm not asking about similar shape. I'm talking
Someone
about,
said BBLs hitting the streets harder than crack in the 80s.
They are.
That's crazy.
And it's horrible for the youth.
Well, because it's the thing. I'm talking about a world that BBLs didn't exist. I'm talking about men being attracted to just women's natural bodies.
I mean, I don't fucking know. I would assume, like, if you guys are naturally attracted to this
Can I say one thing?
He understands what I'm talking about.
voluptuous shit, then yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I think that if people are going to the DR to get BBLs, I would hope that people in the DR have some type of process that just they got it on lock. Like, there should be no reason for a bad BBL.
No,
if you're doing this,
First of all, a BBL is one of the most dangerous surgeries that you can undergo in your
1,000.
life. That you can voluntarily sign up to have the most dangerous
There's
shit,
a fucking
just so
thing
you
that
can
go through
fucking
your
look
veins.
like
There's
these
something
people.
there's something that can go through your, like, you're getting it. There's a disease that can go through your veins, hit your heart, and just make that shit essentially explode in your chest. Like, the BBL
It's so-
What the fuck?
If you look it
Because
up,
there's hella veins in your stomach,
look
and
it
they're
up,
just like fucking cleaning you out.
it is the
sucking it all out.
It is the most dangerous plastic surgery you can get right now in existence. Is a BBL.
Like girls die all the time, and that's for me as a
It's
woman
crazy.
who like cares about the humanity, cares about the youth,
I
cares
better
about
not
children.
ever hear you say you need a BBL.
Nah.
And I've
no.
thought about it, and I mean, like, not like legitimately thought about it, but like, oh, like if I got a BBL, like, first of all, I would come back looking like fucking Nicki Minaj, like straight up, like I have hella ass right now, like suck me out, I'll be skinny as hell.
That shit is crazy.
But
Please
I
don't.
just don't personally believe in hating myself. Like, I'm trying to fucking radically love myself as a woman. Like, because that's the thing, you guys are guys, so like you don't have beauty ads puking down your fucking throat every time you open
Facts.
your eyes.
No, we don't. But
You
at
know
the
what I'm
same
saying?
time,
Like,
but at the
it's-
same time, the biggest thing that you got to understand there's both sides of the coin. One of the biggest things, and I'm sure Terrence is an appreciative of it, is the fact that he doesn't watch sports. And being a guy and watching sports and being into sports is one thing that you deal with almost on a regular basis, the same way a woman would deal with
Like
on the
wanting
Instagram.
to be fit. And
Like wanting to be a
100%.
get money ass.
A part of a
dude.
daily guy's life is watching sports and watching men who do things that you can't with your female norm of the time. You're watching with your girl, watching a dude dunk on niggas and do shit that you can't do.
for me, it's the same with music.
100%.
And I feel like I don't have a jealousy towards music,
Yeah, but
or like
listen,
like I don't compare myself to a musician because I'm like, well, I do
I
whatever.
compare myself to artists because I'm an artist. You feel me?
Yeah, I
and
feel
that will always be the case.
I feel to an artist for sure.
And I feel like that will always be the
Clothing
case.
designers.
You're always gonna find something to compare yourself to, but
like when I see someone that's in shape, I'm like, damn, I want to be in shape.
yo, because it seems like for them it'd be crazy easy as a man. Like, dudes just do it and they physically are fit, but it's just like we don't feel it on the same level because I feel like women are bombarded from so many different aspects. Whether it's
Dude, hell yeah.
whether it's their career, so it's their career and their looks, and their way they would treat their man. So
and then we're talking about Kristen's argument earlier with the clubs and women getting it for free. It's all a beauty aspect.
It's 100%. So I feel like women are hit with it from so many different aspects than a man that it's just like, because like you really can't expect the same type of like.
You gotta look a certain way. You gotta.
But at the same time, it's just
crazy.
like both sides are getting it, and it sucks. But we have to figure out a way to just love ourselves and continue to love ourselves, because we can't change shit unless you want to pay for it.
I honestly,
you can pay for it.
It's a minority.
You can pay for it to change it.
That we're talking about, like the majority of people accept and love everybody. I feel like there's a minority of people that create this standard, this unrealistic.
Speaking of minority,
and I feel like it begins with a self-hatred.
Speaking of minority, the BET Awards were last week.
I don't know about your transitions this episode, bro. I don't think we should let you do transitions anymore.
But wait, did you watch the BET Awards? Did you catch some clips?
I watched all of the BET Awards.
Okay, what was your experience like? I've only caught a bunch of clips.
I didn't watch all the BET Awards. I watched a decent amount of it though. I watched the intro when people.
Motherfuckers be lying.
Yeah, I'm just joking. I watched a decent amount of it. I watched the performances. I kept changing the channel when they were like talking and shit because I didn't give a fuck about that. I just want to see the performances. I seen Amigos perform. That shit was fire. It was
And
pretty
Cardi
cool.
B
They did straighten. Yo, Cardi B's pregnant. What the fuck?
And honestly, to see
Kid number 2.
to see her perform pregnant again,
My friend said
she's a fucking queen.
My friend tried to call her stupid.
Genius.
My friend tried to call her stupid.
Well, fuck your friend. You need to cut that relationship off, or you need to help her out.
Hold on, well, because she's still under the feeling that Cardi B and Offset, like, she's saying Offset cheated on her.
It's not her business.
All right, cool. Okay. That's how you feel.
It's not her business.
Because she's saying Offset cheated on her, and once a cheater, always a cheater. That's what she told me.
Okay, and she chose to do that, and I'm sure that he's being supportive. And even if he's not being supportive during the pregnancy, that's what she wants, and that's what she feels comfortable with, so support her. And I say that as somebody who's just judged the fuck out of all these women that make all these choices, but I love you regardless, but same.
She seems happy, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, she went out there like a strong, powerful woman. It don't matter if her fucking man cheated on her 50 times. If she ain't ready to leave her man, that's her business. Let her be.
At the end of the day, she was performing a pretty fire-ass song. My only issue with that song was her verse. I feel like she wasn't in her bag in that verse. I love that song.
The sound sounded a little quality off.
It did sound a little off, but you're kidding. This nigga's cap. Nah, this nigga's cap. This nigga's cap. He cut the fucking breaking glass off, nigga. Why are you capping for, nigga? This nigga try to cap and try to say he didn't break the glass, nigga. God damn it, nigga. What the fuck? That shit was mad funny. That shit was mad funny. You're so annoying. You're so annoying. Oh my God.
Full disclosure to the audience.
This motherfucker broke a glass and I want the audio on that shit. This nigga broke glass. But anyways, BET Awards happened. If you didn't see it, go watch it. This shit was fire. Mad people got awards. We love everybody who got it. But honestly, I want to get into the Soulja Boy versus Bow Wow shit. Who did you guys watch it? Who do you think won?
Yes.
I need to know right now.
I don't think Kristen watched any of it except
God, Kristen.
maybe the 20 minutes that we were in the car.
I was on a date.
It was like good 30.
I was on a date. I met Shorty for the second
the full
time.
joint.
I met Shorty for the second time ever. We was the second time we ever hung out, and I was like, she's picking me up, picking me up, and I'm like,
exclusive.
Fuck. I didn't realize this. We misplanned this date, and I gotta watch this. I gotta pay attention to this because I gotta talk about this on Wednesday. I'm sorry. She was like, oh, she understood.
Okay, great.
Oh, you think that's not a good? You think that's not a good thing? I took that as like a good thing that she was like, oh, she understood that. So you think that she should not have understood that? You think that's a bad sign? That's a red flag?
First
is that
of
a
all,
red flag?
Your life is your life to talk about. So you make that decision for whatever you want to talk about. I feel like that for anybody.
No. But your response made me feel like she like was dumb for feeling like that.
No, she's normal.
That's normal. So hold on.
I feel like that should be a normal concept. If you have a podcast, if that's your shit.
Oh, all right. Because I'm assuming this. All right, Kristen. So all right. So Terrence,
She's doing great. She's doing great.
T-Will exclusive doesn't exist.
Okay.
You meet someone. You have the first date with them. Y'all do something very chill.
Yeah.
Very like lo-fi. Have a great time though.
Okay.
No sex involved. Still, just meeting in person. Second date, you go to pick him up. He gets in the car. The first thing he says is like, my bad. We mistimed this date. I got to watch this Lil Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy versus. It just started. And I'm sorry, we can still go to dinner and shit, but I'm going to have to listen to this the whole night. And so the night you go to the restaurant.
Is this what actually happened?
Hold on. Yeah, this is exactly what happened, Terrence. Yes.
What happened, my nigga? You go to the restaurant, all the way to the restaurant from where you picked this homie up at to the restaurant. He's listening to it. He's jamming to it. He's talking to you about the shit. Mind you, you probably might not. I don't know if you do currently because of your life. You might not have as much interest in either artist, Soulja Boy or Lil Bow Wow. You drive to the place.
I'm just imagining this is me and I'm listening to it. Kristen will be down.
I mean, the thing is, it's how much I like somebody already.
All right,
like
so
if I'm interested,
you know what the versus is. You know what the versus is, right?
Yeah.
For people who don't know,
me personally,
for people who don't know, a versus is two artists going against each other playing their best 20 songs, and this one happened to be between Soulja Boy Tell 'Em and Lil Bow Wow.
I love Soulja Boy. I love Lil Bow Wow.
All right, before this even started, who do you got? T-Will exclusive.
From the jump, I had Bow Wow.
Who do you got, Chris and Elizabeth?
Honestly, Soulja Boy Tell 'Em. I can't help myself. Like,
yes,
I can't help it. Like, I wanted him to win.
That is why you were the queen of this podcast. Soulja Boy Tell 'Em will be giving this
Soulja Boy
work.
No, he 1,000 wasn't though.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Full disclosure, he did not give him work, bro.
Bro, you listen.
I think that Lil Bow Wow handled that, bro.
All right. So if you wanted to, what T-Will is comparing it's very obvious what he's comparing. If you want to compare hits, 1,000%.
Bow Wow's got the hits.
But
Soulja
if you want to compare,
got the internet.
He's got the culture. He's got what people care about.
He literally played the same song 3 times. Bro.
That's because he can. It's not. You're getting at Soulja Boy because
Kristen, you didn't watch this. From the outside looking in, if you were in a versus battle, you're going back to back hits, and then the guy that you're going against plays the same song three times in a row.
Cornball.
3 times.
I'm gonna say that is a cornball experience.
No, Kristen, let me give you context because T-Will exclusive is just giving you the situation.
I'll make it clap.
Let me hold on. Now.
It was literally that fucking song.
Kristen, now I'm giving you context. He played the clap regularly, right? He played the clap song. You just
the clap. Chlamydia.
Yeah.
The clap.
Then he played
Clam Jams.
Make it clap.
The clap is considered chlamydia. Clam Jam.
He's making clap.
Why do they call it the clap?
No, Kristen. Then he played the Make It Clap, right? And everyone went crazy. Then he played the Nicki Minaj remix.
I felt like a lot of both of their music wasn't really fair because I'm like, that's hardly your song. That's hardly. I wouldn't say he played a Beyonce song. He played a Swag Surf song.
She's not lying.
And like I said, I would have preferred to see Soulja Boy win. However, he played the Swag I'm Surfing, whatever the fucking Beyonce song stole from her, used whatever they call it these days.
Soulja Boy played the entire We Made It song. He played Drake's entire verse, bro.
I mean,
he played Drake's entire verse.
It's his catalog, and that's
not his fucking catalog.
But if he wrote that song, that's his catalog.
He made that beat.
4 bars in that song.
He made that beat and he wrote that song. That's him. That's all him. I'm sorry. And We Made It. He did a hook.
How much do we acknowledge?
If you did a hook on a song, I'm sorry. You made this song. You made this song, dude. I'm sorry. If you did a hook on a song that's what everyone sings. You did that song. I'm sorry.
He made the hook?
He was singing. Dude, you hear the song? He did the hook on the song, dude.
He makes it clap, 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 Terrence. How could you
And
forget?
that Rick and Morty song. That
Rick and Morty.
song.
Rick and Morty slaps.
Here's the thing, though.
He didn't play that, though, did he?
He played at the very end, but when it wasn't after the end of the thing. But here's the thing, though. With those who battle, and at the end of the day, it's just a celebration of the two because
that's all it was.
Yeah, that's all it was.
But undeniably, Bow Wow has more hits. Let's just be real.
He has more hits, but here's the thing about Bow Wow. The hits that he has hits on, he did not do the hooks for those hits. Well, tell me the hits that Bow Wow did the hooks for.
Is it about the hooks?
Yes. Tell me a song that you don't remember the hook for a song. That's the hook. It's not every song you go into the verse. No, you go into the hook from that generation. And you think about every song that Bow Wow has a hit on, it's another nigga singing a hook. And he just put his verses on. Can't tell me any bars from this nigga.
No bars.
No bars. But you can tell me,
bro. I'm not denying Soulja Boy his flowers.
No, I'm not even talking about Soulja Boy right now. I'm talking about Bow Wow. Bow Wow, let me know right now. Answer me, riddle me this. What I just said. Riddle me timber. Tell me, because one of the main songs he played was the last song he played was with Omari. He didn't bring Omari on stage for the last song he played. And it was "Let Me Hold You," and it was Omarion singing.
Okay, but
not Bow Wow.
Even if you're not the hook, that just shows that you're going on other artists' songs. Like they're wanting you to come onto the songs.
No. That was an era. That was an era in music. That was an era in music. That was a formula. That was a formula.
Ravioli.
That was a formula.
Where'd that come from?
That was mine. That was off my wrist. That was a formula that you needed to do music. You needed a good hook. That was an era in music where you needed a good hook. You can't tell me because you remember every Bow Wow song from the hook. Let me hold you.
Love you.
Let me.
Man. Get the words right.
Kristen, I don't know what you're doing the wave. What are you doing over here?
I'm trying.
What are you doing?
Yo.
Let me love. No, let me hold you. I'm gonna say.
I don't have a cup anymore. Let me get that cup, Kristen.
That's why, Kristen. That's why I said hold.
She's empty. Everything's empty. We drank. First of all, fuckers, we drank this entire bottle. This is. Oh, why are they not making sense? No.
Hold on.
Wait.
What else do we have to talk about?
We need dinner.
Yeah, we do need.
I had some catfish.
I'm about to try to go to fucking Chick-fil-A, so let's get the fuck out of here, bro.
Have a pee.
Yeah. What else you guys got to talk about?
Tyler, the Creator album.
The album's amazing. Go listen to Tyler, the Creator album. The album's amazing. Go listen to Tyler album.
Also, I established a new segment of our podcast.
What is?
What are you listening to? What's on repeat this week? So, Tyler.
I'm not gonna lie. What's been on repeat, and I probably will end up being my most played album this year, is a Pierre Bourne album.
Okay.
Have you guys listened to it yet?
No, but I will give it a listen.
No. All right, so...
Hey, yo, Pierre, you want to come outside?
Whoa.
Sin exclusive.
Next podcast, next episode, you guys will have listened to this album. This is literally... No, T, I don't care if you like this song or not. You guys have to promise me you will listen to the album in its completion from start to finish. Please.
Got it.
Please.
I'll listen to it tomorrow.
Amen.
All right. From start to finish, this is my most, up to this point right now in 2021, this is my most listened to project. And it just came out maybe about a month or so ago. 1,000%.
All right. I'm going to come back with my full honest opinion.
Please do.
My lip is sweating.
My fucking... Yeah, all right.
A lot of things are sweating.
Yeah, there we go.
Balls.
Gang.
Balls.
I love these guys. In the end of the day, we are the EOD podcast.
End of the day.
Yo, I didn't even get into my tow experience today.
Yeah,
I had to tow my car.
Soon. We're talking about this week.
Wait. Should we come back?
No, we'll talk about it next week.
Way too long.
We probably won't talk about it at all. It's your boy T.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth. I'm sick.
Fuck it. Fuck the outro.
Out of here. Peace, guys. We love you.
End of the day podcast.
Peace.